Going into nearly any business here in Gulf Breeze, you'll see signs like this. This one says masks are required to go inside of this building. Others gathered together to honor George Floyd, the man, of course, whose portrait is spray painted here on Graffiti Bridge, the man whose death sparked this movement. Residents and visitors not only see signs like these with safety precautions on them inside of the building, but they get a warning before they walk through the front doors. 3 hours now that it is still going, and really evident by the smoke that you still see across the area. We are at Perdido Bay right here, and usually you can see across the bay here to Alabama, but obviously not the scene here. Lots of smoke still in the air. With many professional fireworks shows canceled this year, the manager tells me people aren't coming in just for the classics like sparklers and helicopters. They're also buying big ticket items for big displays in their own backyard. Well, I have here the privacy policy for TikTok. It is 24 pages long, and it not only gets permission from you to access videos you may want to share, but also a lot more private information. From a wide view, you may just think that this home is a little early celebrating the 4th of July. Take a look. It is very patriotic. We've got American flags draped everywhere. You can see a Mickey Mouse inflatable, and this driveway is really lined with the stars and stripes. Even have Uncle Sam over there in the back. But if you take a closer look, you'll see the real reason behind this display, a reminder of the real reason behind Memorial Day, honoring a fallen military member. A teacher here at We Care Academy learned she had coronavirus Sunday morning. Immediately after, owners shut these doors, called in a cleaning crew to start deep disinfecting, and notified all parents to help stop the spread. You yourself, a substitute teacher, also a parent here as well. What have you heard from others, your colleagues and other parents?
I see a lot of concern. I see a lot of people being put in difficult situations to choose between their careers and their lives.
This is probably some of the worst damage that we have come across. Just take a look at this building here on Mobile Highway. The entire second story pretty much just crumbled. This isn't just what we have been seeing, a lot of signs and things of that nature. This is brick. Hundreds of organizers once again out here tonight, not just demanding justice for George Floyd, but also Tymar Crawford, the Pensacola man who was shot and killed by Pensacola police last year. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis now issuing a statewide stay-at-home order. Our crews are standing by to bring you team coverage on the major developments playing out today. Channel 3's Danielle Apolinar breaks down this new executive order and what it means for you. Danielle. Channel 3's Rebecca Castor is live at Pensacola Beach, where we are starting to see those local impacts of Marco that Alan mentioned. So, Rebecca, what exactly are you seeing out there? The libertarian supporters roll through the area, hoping their caravan can create change. Well, first responders surprised a Pensacola boy for his birthday. Terry Carr fought COVID-19 for months. The illness kept her hospitalized in Fort Walton Beach for 9 weeks. Today, she got to go home. People on both sides of the issue gathered to protest for or against the Confederate monument and flag on courthouse grounds.
At WEARTV.com. Carolyn, what do you think?
I don't know. I think he gets some points just for his nickname there. Big Baby is pretty good.
That's half the battle right there.
Exactly.
So go vote for him.
All right.
Like Big Baby? Is that you're still sticking
like
with
it.
him?
You know what? They all get my vote. As long as we didn't show any Cowboys defensive plays this week.
I can find some of those and put it on the air. So,
Among several measures, they will now sit at least 6 feet apart, and the audience will now have to sit at least 10 feet apart. But the community really is just encouraged to just join via live stream. The communities there are now being recommended to evacuate as that fire spreads. Of course, the interstate shutdown, Tanner having to move around. They had to move him from that area as that smoke is developing. Here's a look at exactly where the fire is. And Joseph mentioning that you can actually see that smoke from a satellite view. So he's working to get that for us as well. Have you seen any other residents at this point moving out yet? And how bad did it get for you there with that smoke?
Well, that's interesting you asked that because...
Good evening, everyone. I'm CarolynCerda. 4 days after Hurricane Sally slammed into Northwest Florida, we are learning more about acts of kindness, and the determination to recover. First, here is the very latest. Tonight in Escambia County, a boil water order and curfew from midnight to 6 a.m. remain in effect. Escambia County schools, Pensacola State College, and the University of West Florida remain closed tomorrow, but Santa Rosa and Okaloosa counties will reopen. Our team coverage showing our community's resilience begins with a family still searching for answers after their loved one was last seen in a John boat during Hurricane Sally. Rebecca Castor spoke with Brandon Nicholson's family about how they are not giving up. New tonight, a show of support from strangers aiming to brighten spirits after the storm. A Pensacola church damaged by Hurricane Sally still doing its part to serve the community. The church hopes to get the kitchen up and running by next week so they can continue to provide those hot meals to those who need them. Well, Escambia County is now working to remove debris from Hurricane Sally and offering jobs if you want to help out. They're asking you to sort out debris based on the type, like fallen limbs or building materials. Today, they announced they are partnering with Thomas Consulting Services to document and monitor debris removal to meet FEMA standards. That job starts immediately, and county officials say no experience is necessary. Now, tomorrow there will be a job fair at the Central Office Complex. On Tuesday, another job fair at the Brownsville Community Center. We have all the information and a link for you to apply over on WEARTV.com. Well, it hasn't been the most comfortable night's sleep for those without electricity. Linemen working to restore power also gave up some comfort to help out. Here you can see cots set up at the YMCA in downtown Pensacola. An employee there tells us crews are in late and up early to help service our area. And their hard work paying off. Gulf Power says crews restored 95% of all outages due to the storm. Escambia County still has more than 8,600 outages. Santa Rosa County reports 70 customers without power tonight. The city of Pensacola is giving out free tarps and water at several locations tomorrow. That giveaway happens from 2 until 5 or until supplies last. There is a limit of 1 tarp per household. You can get them at Bayview Senior Center, Cobb Resource Center, and Fricker Resource Center. And you can see a complete list of free tarp, food, water, and ice locations over on our website.
First Morning Weather, sponsored by Pensacola State College.
Catherine, we talked about people really needing those tarps today with the rain we were seeing.
That's right. We have had some.
We do have breaking news in Warrington. Crews right now working to put out a house fire. We just got information they have done so. Flames did erupt at a home on Gordon Avenue just about an hour ago. Crews, when they got there, say they saw flames coming through the roof. There are no injuries, though, to report. Still working on a cause for that fire. Of course, we'll bring you the latest details as soon as we learn more.
Like a new beginning, I guess.
Still ahead, Hurricane Sally's storm surge wrecks homes in Bristol Park. How homeowners there are using this as a fresh start. Good evening, everyone. I'm CarolynCerda. Tonight, we continue to track the now remnants of Delta as it continues to lose intensity. That storm did rip through Louisiana and also hit our area with some winds and heavy rain. Its impacts even being blamed for at least 1 death. We will get to that in just a moment, but we begin tonight with breaking news. Escambia County fire crews are still working on a multi-residential fire. This is at the Forest Creek Apartments in Warrington. Crews were called out here just before 8:30 tonight. An Escambia County spokesperson tells us no one was reported trapped in that fire at the time when they arrived, and firefighters on scene tell us no one was hurt. Now, this apartment complex just flooded in Hurricane Sally, and residents there were told they needed to move out. We will bring you more details on the fire as soon as we get them. A crash on Highway 90 in Santa Rosa County tonight left 1 person dead. Florida Highway Patrol says that happened just after 6, heading east near Eden Drive in Milton. Troopers say a Chevy pickup truck crossed over the center line and crashed into a Ford pickup heading the opposite direction. The driver of the Chevy died on scene. The passengers of the Ford were taken to a hospital with critical injuries. The identity of the person who died has not been released. Meantime, a pedestrian is expected to be okay after being hit by a car in downtown Pensacola tonight. Pensacola police confirmed that happened just before 7:30 on South Tarragona and East Intendencia streets. The spokesperson tells us the victim was treated on site. There is no word yet if any charges will be filed in the crash. The National Weather Service tonight blaming dangerous rip currents from Hurricane Delta for the drowning of a 49-year-old man near Pensacola Beach. A preliminary local storm report from the service says that man drowned about 5 miles east of Pensacola Beach yesterday. Our sister station, WTVC, identified the man as Hubert Conley from southeast Tennessee. We did reach out to Escambia County, but no further details have been released. We do want to get over to meteorologist Catherine Daniel now with the latest on the storm. Catherine, we did see some wind and rain from those outer bands of Delta.
We did. We had some really...
Delta dealt a 1-2 punch to Lake Charles, Louisiana, with a second storm in less than 2 months there. Hurricane Laura damaged nearly every building in that city in late August. Today, a similar scene with overturned cars and trees, knee-deep water, and flooded homes.
Test our faith, it tests our spirit. It breaks us and it knocks us down.
No deaths from Delta there have been reported so far, but thousands once again without power. A leading cause of the 32 deaths attributed to Laura was carbon monoxide poisoning from generators. The Panhandle spared by Delta today, but on this day 2 years ago, brutal Hurricane Michael made landfall in Mexico Beach. Channel 3's Rebecca Castor shows us how the recovery process is far from over. Still ahead, President Trump held his first public event since contracting COVID-19. His message to Americans from the rally and what the president's doctor says about his condition.
Download the new channel.